Yes, top of the evening, you know the vibes. You're rocking out with yours truly, Showtime Sizzle. I'm the source. This is the Tuesday night episode 8. Like I said, I'm gonna try to every time I'm in the professional settings, they give them the numbers. This is number 8. It should be a little higher. I know I've been here more than 8 times already, but I'm going to give you guys the moves and the grooves tonight. Got a couple topics that I want to touch on. Got my notes over here. But first, I just want to make sure the levels are good because I am in the booth. But for those that's in here already, let me know, how am I sounding? Are we echoing? Do I need to adjust the microphone? Yes, no, maybe so. You know, we're trying to be in and out like a robbery tonight. But let me know how the levels are sounding. Sometimes a little bit of assistance from the listeners is always helpful. Levels are good. Thank you, Toby. Thank you, Toby. I see that now. Appreciate you, my guy. All right, so the first thing I want to get started with is I want to say happy Tuesday to all. And I want to say the news by Shanewz. I told you so. Didn't I tell you about this goofball, right? I told you so, right? But when it comes to being a content creator, right? You guys on this internet, for various reasons, I know why. I get into it on occasions, but you guys don't like me. But a lot of times you guys don't like yourself. But didn't I tell you about Frank Martin, right? I said when he turned down the fight and he was over there with the foul mouth hands and he was talking reckless. Didn't I tell you? I said to myself, as the news by Shanewz, but more importantly as Shanewz Boxing, Media Marketing Consultant Services, you done fucked up, right? I said that he fucked up. And I knew he had fucked up because of the people that he's surrounded around, Man Down Promotions and all those guys over there. I knew he had blown a pivotal opportunity, and I knew that he was not going to have a fight, right? And I'm going to get into that right now. Let me pull this up. Toby, what's going on, good brother? Shout out to you. I got a lot of jihad content out there right now, as well as Molly Tucker too. Definitely support all of that. But listen, before I get into the Frank Martin, let me first clear up some rumors, right? They were saying that Jihad was going to be released, right? We don't know who they is. Well, Timothy Bradley, right? But let me just tell you this. Normally, I don't disclose this type of information, right? But being that that is out there, it's been out there for a while, from the naysayers, the haters, right? The jealous folks, right? Let me disclose this right now. For those of y'all that were saying they wanted to release Jihad because you listened to Timothy Bradley, I don't have notes on it. I'm going to write the notes down. Upon the closure of Jihad's fights, Saturday night, December 9th, Team Tucker Jihad was offered another fight. Normally, I don't speak on this. You're not supposed to. But he was offered another fight. Remember, he was supposed to be released. He was offered the February 16th fight. That card is a Friday night card at the Hulu Theater, NYC. Headlining that card is Oshaki Foster. He will be defending his title against Abraham Nova. They asked Jihad and us, the team, if he would like to be on that card. Now, I'm just putting this out there because the after Timothy Bradley, and I watched, like I said, other YouTube content creators speculate like what they do. So many YouTubers speculate, but they said that his contract might have been up. And let me speak on that. His contract is not up until next year. For those of you guys that speak on business, but aren't in the business. But the contract is up next year, 2024, not 2023. So when you saying maybe his contract was up and they're looking to get rid of him, I can disclose some more information, but you're gonna just watch it unfold now. But for those of y'all out there whispering and hating, because that's what you basically are doing, you're hating on a young 20-year-old who was signed at 17, 12 fights in now, all underneath the bright lights of Top Rank. And you guys probably want to see him released, probably most likely because of his association with me, and you guys don't like me, and you think that's going to shut me up. Well, let me let you know a little thing. That will not shut me up if he was released, because then maybe we can go somewhere else. And, a lot of people are in talks with us. But, I just want to clear that up. Yes, he was offered the February 16th bout, NYC Hula Theater, but we turned it down. He's 20 years old. What is the rush, right? After beating down the top 5 WBA middleweight in the world, you guys aren't talking about boxing. But I think Jihad, it's on his page right now. I attempted to try to show some of it yesterday, but for various reasons, when I want to show these highlights right here, right? Let's see if it happens down here since I'm in the studio. Let's see. Yesterday, every time I attempted to show these clips from the fight with Jihad busting them up, they kept shutting my feed down. Let's see what they do down here. When I was home, I'm like, damn, why is my internet acting a fool? But these are some of the highlights from the fight. Look, backing the big man down. Yes, and he was offered another fight after this. I know they said that, oh man, is that the sauce on his trunks right there? How many views did that get? For you guys that be worried about my views and all that. I wonder how many views I got this night. How many? I gotta look that up. Maybe we'll look that up at some point during this broadcast. How many people actually watched the fight that night? Because I think that is my brand, my logo, if I'm not mistaken, on the trunks. But hey, what do I know? But let's move on now. Let's get to what I want to really touch on. Right? I want to touch on this, Frank Martin. I want you guys to hear you. I won a little bit of money yesterday. Not bad, right? I want to touch on. Look at Marley. Look, that's had to come congratulate him. That's Shakur's grandfather. This is Marley's reel right here. Told you I got the Marley content out right now. But this is what I want to touch on right here. Let's go to the full reel. Let's see if I can pull the full. Let's see if I can pull the full reel up.
Yeah. I got to fight the judges. Got to fight the rest.
Yep.
You feel me?
That's facts.
And I got to go into that. Into the ring, and I ain't happy with what I'm getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, I'm going in mentally, not where I need to be. You feel me? So it's just like, at least I'm taking all them stipulations.
Yeah, they must really know this guy's a bozo. See how it was freezing?
stipulations. Just pay me what I want. That's what that whole situation was about.
Right.
It had nothing to do with no ducking, none of that.
No.
I gotta fight the network. I gotta fight Shakur. I gotta fight the judges.
All right. For those of y'all that was in here, right? That was courtesy of the boxing chat. But I know it might sound familiar, right? That might sound familiar, right? Frank Martin, that was Frank Martin. He wasn't with the hens right there. He wasn't with the birds, the girls, right? He was on the boxing chat. But did you hear what he was saying? Here's my notes. Let me start checking them off because I'm about to start cooking in the sauce. So today is December 11th. I think they just posted that, if I'm not mistaken, December 11th. The Shakur Stevenson fight, which we were supposed to be on that card, was in November, right? Frank, you turned that fight down. Why are you still speaking on that business? Didn't you guys went viral for a hot second on Twitter and all that when you went over there with the girls and you was speaking on that business about wanting more money, but yet you was going to be paid the highest you was going to be paid. But my question to you, Frank, is, and I'll show you my comment over there, right? I don't play these games, man. One thing about the Source experience, I don't duck. If I say something about a fighter, I stand on it, right? Especially as a media member. Right now, I'm on my media tip, but as an executive, manager, and assistant manager, media marketing agent and things like that, I stand on business, right? And I told you guys this guy was going to be like this. Didn't I say that? I stood on that. I stand on that. I said that this guy played himself when he declined the fight. Watch, I'm going to pull my comment up. I commented, right? Let's see if my comment, they didn't erase my comment.
I got to fight the network. I got to fight Shakur. I got to fight the judges.
This guy had to fight everybody but Shakur. You heard him, he had to fight the judges. He had to fight the network.
You feel me?
That's facts.
And I got to go into that.
Why are you still speaking on this, Frank? I'm trying to get the comments to pull up.
Into the ring, and I ain't happy with what I'm getting paid.
You're not happy with you getting paid. All right, there. See my comment? Can y'all see that? See what I said? Can y'all see my comment?
Hey, come on, I'm going in mentally, not where I.
Do y'all see my comment? Or they shut my comment down? Do y'all see my comment?
Need to be. You feel me? So it's just like at least.
Can y'all see my comment? Let me know if y'all can see my comment. I'm gonna mute him now. But I said, why is he still speaking on the situation? Shaking my head. Get another fight now, Frank. Come on, it's over, right? It's over, right? You spoke about this with the girls, the hens, right? You did the pillow talking with the ladies a while ago. Why are you still talking about this? Why isn't Man Down Promotions got something else on the table for you, Frank? We don't want to continue to hear this. We do not want to hear this no more, Frank. But since we are hearing this, thank you, because now you gave me some content to come on here and roast your ass. Roast your ass. It seems like we are hearing a broken record. You would have to have fought the judges, right? You claim you would have had to fought the networks. You claimed you would have had to fight Shakur. But I'm not going to pull up your tweets. If Shakur is food and you would have disposed of him, all you would have had to fight is Shakur because you tweeted that he was food. So what I'm referring to now is, I want you guys to catch this. I have this in my notes right here. He's saying he would have to fight the judges, the networks, and all of these people. But you have been on record as saying that Shakur is food. So when a fighter is food, that means you can just do what you need to do to him. Therefore, there is no need for the judges. The networks is just where the fight is going to be on. Why are you fighting the networks? If Shakur is fool, you would have beat him. So how are you fighting the networks? Last time I checked, you are now with Amazon Prime. You was with Showtime. So fighting the networks, you were looking for a network. When are you going to fight on this new network or app or Amazon Prime? But you claim to have to been fighting the networks, ESPN. Last time I checked, ESPN does not fight. But I understand what you're saying. But I'm just, I got to do this. I'm a blogger. So fighting a network, but your network that you currently were on at the time of this fight were on their way out the door. So wouldn't it seem more like you was fighting Showtime instead of ESPN now that you're with Amazon Prime? Let that soak in for a second. Let's five of y'all in here. Let me know if I just made sense. If I didn't, I'll backtrack and get back on that for y'all. Let me know if y'all following what I'm saying. Just let me know if y'all following what I am saying. Let me take my hat off too. I'll take the hat off. I'll take the hat off. Did y'all just follow what I just said about this guy, man? He's contradicting himself. He was going to have to fight the judges, the networks, and he just wanted a little bit more money. Why are you still speaking on this? It's December 11th. Ryan Garcia has fought. Why haven't you fought? When are you on the March bill? I know your network that you're with now, Amazon Prime. We really don't have nothing else knowing but March. Are you fighting Tank in March? Tank, from what I'm hearing, Tank Davis is headlining in March. Are you going to be the opponent? There's five of y'all in here. Has anybody else heard anything? Is it Frank Martin? I don't think so. From this interview right here, and he's still speaking about Shakur and a little bit of but see, he was with a guy this time, so he didn't say a little bit of he just said he wanted a little more. He wanted a little more. Yo, it's 6 of y'all in here now, man. Listen, feel free, man. Tap in with me, man. You guys, a lot of you guys don't like to tap in with me. Why? I'm giving you the business, the news by Shanewz. Tap in, man. Let me know. Are you catching what I'm saying? Frank Martin said that he would have to fight the networks. He was going to have to fight Shakur. He was going to have to fight the judges. Last time I checked, if a fighter is fooled, you're going to stop that fighter. So why would you be fighting the judges? You're taking the fight out of the judges' hands. Are y'all following that? Because Frank Martin did tweet that Shakur was fooled. He should have just took the fight, Frank. Remember I always said that? Yeah, you remember I always said that, Frank, you should have just took the fight. Let me get to some of my comments, man. My comments are rocking. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to WCS in the building. He's saying what's up to the guys. Toby and UT, NYT. Man, Frank is a confusing guy, right? Isn't he? Isn't Frank a confusing guy? Hopefully I have 6 likes, man. You know what? I'm about to check on my likes because there was 6 people in here for a minute, man. Hopefully all 6 of y'all smash that like button, man. And y'all just not in here air hustling, He said, yeah, see your comment, Shaw. Thank you. Yeah, I don't hold. I'm not a hider. But thank you, Frank. You gave me a great topic to speak on tonight. Great topic because you're still talking about Shakur. I didn't want to follow the trend, right? You know what the trend is today? T says, hell no, Frank ain't getting that Tank fight. He don't bring nothing to the table. Man, T, I'm going to leave that comment up there, right? Because that's going to lead me to what's trending, what everybody's talking about, right? Bringing something to the table, right? People are saying that Devin Haney and Tank Davis is one of the biggest fights in boxing. I don't think so. You want to know why? Because a lot around the Devin Haney movement is lies. And when you start to peel back the lies, that's why it's not the biggest fight in boxing, right? Number one, Devin and what's the name just fought for 1.5 million apiece, right? Him and Regis. That was what they guaranteed purse. This was documented. Athletic Commission. When Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia fought, I want to, this is in my notes too. I'm checking it off, right? Because I got this down. This is why this is, to me, it's not the biggest fight, right? When Tank Davis, right, and Ryan Garcia fought, Tank Davis received a guaranteed purse of $5 million, right? Ryan Garcia received $3 million, I believe. I could be wrong, but this is what I read somewhere, right? So Ryan Garcia, I'm not the best at math, but I'm kind of decent. So Ryan Garcia's $3 million guaranteed purse was the equivalent, if I'm correct, if my math is correct, 1.5 and 1.5. Let me do the math. It's 3. So Ryan Garcia's guaranteed purse of $3 million was what Regis and Devin Haney were paid guaranteed combined. So you have content creators on here saying that Tank Davis and Devin is one of the biggest fights in boxing. What content creators really need to do, and a lot of them can't do it because they want to be bigger than who they are, it's called a spade a spade. Tank Davis fighting whomever he decides to fight is a big money fight. And at the end of the day, Devin Haney wants a big money fight. You frauds and you content creators come on here and you say that Devin is this big draw, this big thing, but he's not. He's not. And the numbers show that, the stats, what I like to call the stats. Because I just told you that him and Regis did a 50-50 split, 1.5 apiece. And that was the guaranteed. Both of their purses combined was the guaranteed of Tank Davis's last opponents. Guaranteed, Ryan Garcia. Let that soak in for a second. I'm going to let that soak in. Let that soak in. I'll give y'all a second to digest that. Because sometimes I think when I'm at this desk over here, I think I just be cooking too much, man. I think my sources, a lot of y'all wasn't expecting me to change levels like this, Y'all are used to me broadcasting in heavy equipment, a sweeper or a loader or things like that. I told you guys I'm a journalist as well. I just like, to me, the YouTube game is just accessible, right? It's accessible. I took the week off from fighting duties as far as photography and doing interviews to be an actual fan. And I did my content down here and I talked about the fights. I highlighted Jihad's work, right? I didn't see a lot of you other guys doing that. I didn't I say that was going to happen? Look, a matter of fact, I could pull it up. I said that you guys were going to do this. Look. Is this the video right here? I think this is it right here. Look, I said it. I called it. at 20 years old, facing a top 5 middleweight, 12 fights in. And backing the guy down at the end of the fight, man. Now these guys that talk boxing every day, they're gonna come on here. They're gonna downplay this because that's. You see, didn't I call that? I called it, right? I called it. You know how I know how I called that? You know how I called that? Because one thing about me, I'm a student. I study. And YouTube is one of the easiest things to study. Internet boxing, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, boxing groups. These are the easiest things to study when it pertains to boxing. And I said it. I was like, yo, they're going to downplay what Jihad accomplished. Right? I said it. Because if you pay attention and you just sit back, like I sit back a lot on Twitter and I watch. I sit back a lot on IG and I watch. I sit back on YouTube and I watch. I pay attention. It's obvious. It was obvious that they was going to do that. He said his pay-per-view shows he's not. He said, I know Eddie said they only expected to do around 8 to... Who, for Devin? Nah, didn't they say Devin sold out? He sold out, man. He sold out, man. He sold out, Toby. Don't do that. Dev sold out, man. He said, I know Eddie said they only expected to do around 7,000 to 8,000 tickets, and he was really surprised to sell out. So did the guarantee reflect that? It probably did. The guarantee was low for a pay-per-view. I want to know how the pay-per-view did. But sticking on course, I got a little audio I want to play here. You know, we get busy over here, man, when we at the desk, right? I want to get you guys' thoughts on this. How am I sounding, man? I got my headset on, so I can't really hear. And I got the headphones because I got the microphone. But I want to play something over here. I'm a half hour in. I was really trying to get out of here quicker. You know, in and out like a robbery. But are you guys digging? Are you guys digging my new setup, man? Am I lapping these haters? You know, a lot of you guys were hating on me, right? As a YouTuber, right? Appreciate that, Tobe. Tobe says it sounds good. Yo, Tobe, are you digging the new setup though with the sauce, man? Yo, Tobe, come on, are you digging me? Yo, Tobe, look at me, look at me, Tobe. I'm doing it, Tobe. You know, I'm not at the crib right now, right? You know, Tobe, I'm giving you the professional setting, right? Well, Tobe, are you digging me? Hold on. Well, are you digging me, Tobe? Look, you know, I got the booth. I'm in the booth tonight. Look, I'm in the booth, Tobe. Are you digging me? Yeah, Tobe. Look, are you digging me, Tobe? Well, look at the professional setting, though, Tobe. You know, I stepped it up, man. I think a lot of times when I was giving y'all my lives, right? You know, I think just because I was doing it, you know, see the microphone right there, too. I think a lot of times when I was doing my lives and stuff, I was doing it, and you know, being that I was always on the move, I was kind of, you know, giving you guys the wrong look. Now, is this a better look? For real, Tobe, is this a better look? You see me in the booth, man. We're not parked in the car somewhere. I'm not in my loader or a sweeper. And I'm trying to give you guys the professionalism. Because I know a lot of guys, they're mad right now. Appreciate that, T. Appreciate that, guys. You guys are real A1 supporters. You aren't no jive turkey haters, jealous, mad. The truth hurts these guys, man. The truth hurts these guys. Look, that's the truth, right? The truth hurts. You see the setup? Y'all see my setup. Look, I'm in the booth right now. You can see my setup. You can see the setup. I'm in the booth right now. I just wanted to show that. I just wanted to make sure y'all see that I'm not posted up in no car. I just want y'all to see that. This was one of my original backgrounds right here. Y'all remember this background right here? Like I switched it up. I went with the original. Y'all remember that one right there? That was that just all these been on all over ESPN. But this one right here was just on ESPN. This is the Trunks Jahab War right here. So we'll stick with that. We will stick with that. But he said, "Wow, I just enlarged this shot. It looks real great. Appreciate you, Toe. These comments right here is getting the haters real, man. The non-supporters, right? It is, right? That's what I'm feeling like, Toe. Look, I'm feeling like this is Source Studios right now. I'm feeling like, Stephen A. Smith. And my brother, that's what my brother referred to me as. He referred to me as Stephen A. Sauce, right? So let me throw on the Gucci, Stephen A. Sauce, right? Let me play this audio real quick. Since we're on the Devin Haney train, I want to get a hitter's opinion real quick. What this guy had to say real quick for y'all. I spoke on it a little bit earlier. This is the popular YouTube platform, so I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys heard this already, but I don't think you guys soaked it in. Because if the source doesn't give it to you, you guys don't soak it in. So let's soak this in. Let's soak this in. But I appreciate that, Toe. Here it is right here. This is Keith One Time Thurman. You guys should be able to hear this loud and clear.
But you keep moving up. Weak. The way they promote is weak. Got to deal with another daddy's boy. Can't deal with no grown ass.
Hold on. Keith was on fire.
Less entertaining than a Floyd Mayweather fight, and he's got less dog.
Oh man, Keith was ruthless.
Rolly, for instance, would.
Man.
Monsters out there in boxing, and they put on some good shows for the fans. Those are my two favorite fights of the year from the Monsters. So I'm giving it to them. But Benavidez had two great fights. Inoue just had one. So Benavidez is my fighter of the year. That's just how it is, man. When it comes to this weekend, like I said, that was a weak card. That was some weak pickup right there.
Wow.
Of a title. It happens in boxing sometimes.
Listen, see, I'm thank you, Keith, for saying this. He said it was a weak pickup. See, a lot of you guys are on here giving Devin all type of crazy praise, right? Well, this is a peer. This is a former unified champion one time saying that it was a weak pickup. So maybe one time seeing something in Regis that, the program fan doesn't see. So let's get to why one time feels that was a weak pickup. Because a lot of you fans, y'all are programmed.
But and he's got a lot of competition out there that could be great. I know he's left 135, and it's, I'm so much stronger, and this and that. Pimp, it's 5 pounds, Pimp. Please don't be making a big deal about 5 pounds, okay? That water rate was, I was able to take more off days. Like, yeah, bro, okay, you were chilling, okay? That was easy work, okay? Like, calm down. You can't lose 5 pounds, like
All right,
lose 5
let me
pounds.
stop it. See, I love when the actual warriors, the peers break stuff down, that sometimes when the source comes on here and speaks about certain things, you don't receive it from me for various reasons. But now you might not receive it from Keith because Keith, kind of like me, he talks a lot, right? But are you catching what he's saying, right? 5 pounds is water weight. You can cut that in one day. Did you guys catch that? I'll let that soak in for a second. I'm going to check that off my notes. Did y'all catch that, though? 5 pounds is not a lot. 5 pounds. He said, chill out, Pimp. That's water weight. Check. Hopefully y'all caught that source. Well, let's continue.
For water weight, you can lose 5 pounds in one day, man. We're boxers. We've done it. UFC fighters, boxers, wrestlers, they all know you can lose 5 pounds in a day. So 135, 140, it's whatever. You can't ever call Devin Haney stronger. He's going to be stronger. Like, no, speed kills. He had a very good performance with speed. But it was, it was just boxing at its finest. And I feel sorry for Pro Grace, but, there's just a part of me that's got to do it, man. If you can't cut off the ring, okay, if you got flat feet, okay, Canelo's got flat feet, but Canelo can, he can work the ring, okay, through his experience. So if you got flat feet and you can't cut off the ring and you can't just be in the ring with somebody who can box and has a real boxing IQ, then you're not called a flat-footed fighter no more. That's called rigorous feet, okay? If you can't catch a man who's boxing and turning...
Let me stop it. Let me check that one. What do y'all feel about that breakdown? That, what you just said about Regis having flat feet and he couldn't cut off the ring. Because a lot of y'all on here acting like Devin Haney is just, different. See, me, I didn't want to, kill Regis out of respect, shout out to him and his team, but Keith is unfiltered, flat feet. And see, what I said was, me being the source, like my guy Toby said, the source radio now, right? I just highlighted Lomachenko. That's what I did. I said, damn, how good is Lomachenko if he, tooth and nail with Devin instead of throwing Regis under the bus? But you see, Keith clearly threw him under the bus. He called it Rougarou, not even flat feet no more. You're Rougarou. Hopefully you guys are catching the source and enjoying it. Let's move on.
And working angles, then you got worse than duck feet. You got Rougarou feet, boy, because that footwork was just nowhere, man. He didn't know what to do. He couldn't move forward. He couldn't move. He just didn't know what to do, man. Everything was unanswered for, and it was just not a good performance and just not a good showing. There was no action. There was no tugging.
All right, not a good performance, no action. What are your thoughts on that, y'all? Come on. See, this is Keith Thurman saying this. I'm checking it off. Not a good performance from Rougarou. But you guys are on here, going crazy over Devin. That's why instead of me killing Regis, which Keith Thurman is doing, I just said, how good is Lomachenko? But now you have the peers. So I'm just, the news by Shanewz giving you the business right now. This is the news. Keith Thurman said it was not a good performance. So Regis didn't have a good performance, and we're on here going crazy over Devin. I'll let it continue. Maybe you hear from others. It's so sad.
Yeah, this is what it is. It was an easy fight for Haney. He needs to be in there with higher caliber fighters. I mean, there's a list. There's a big old list of fighters that's got a lot more skills and talent that could put up a greater fight when it comes to the effort and just skill wise. I mean, Rolly. Rolly, for instance.
Let's stop it again. Shout out to WCS. He said, make it make sense. Let me circle this. I'm going to get to that too, WCS. I thank you for that comment. Make it make sense, like WCS just said. What do you think about Keith's comment right there? There's a lot more better fighters that he can choose from. Now, I know you guys are pushing for Tank Davis, right? His father said that they reached out to Sabrel Matisse. But, there's other guys, right? There's other guys. What are your thoughts on that? Let me see what Tobe says. What are your thoughts on that? There are other guys. I did think Regis was going to be able to cut the ring a lot better and was going to catch Devin late. But, hey, what was wrong was, Regis just wasn't there, man. He's battle tested, man. Rougarou feet is what Keith said. Rougarou feet.
Would have been way more deadly and dangerous.
He said Rolly.
He's a wild one too. He's rough.
Rolly
He's not
would have
like
been way more dangerous and deadly.
Perfect boxing. Like, he's a rough and a tough one. But he gave Tank a heck of a fight, and I just think he's a bigger threat. From what he's running away from at 135.
I gotta stop that right there. I got that circle. He said the man. Look, what's your thoughts on that, man? See, you know why I'm doing my new format like this? Because you guys hate on the Source experience so much that I have to highlight the speaking points. So when I speak on it, you can't say, "Oh, you're a hater, you're this." He said he was running from 135. What is your thoughts on that? Because now I can circle this. I had this circle. I can speak on it. Shakur Stevenson wanted to fight him at 135. He petitioned. He did all these things. He offered Shakur a 75-25 split, but moved up and fought Regis at 50-50. Make it make sense. Thank you for that comment, WCS. That's why. Let me get back to that. I'm using that comment now. Does that make it make sense? But Keith said he ran from 135, right? Fights from 135. He wanted to offer Shakur Stevenson a 75-25 split, but moved up to 140 and gave a fighter, listen, watch how I want to sit now. He gave a fighter a 75, he gave a fighter a 50-50 split, right? Which was $1.5 million a piece. But he was going to give Shakur Stevenson a 75-25 split, which was going to be $8 million. Back to WCS's comment, make it make sense. Now, me personally, I'm young in the game. We're not that high up making that type of money. But if a 50-50 split was 1.5, how the hell was a 75-25 split going to give a fighter $8 million? Right? Does that make it make sense? Does that make it make sense? How was a 75-25 split going to give Shakur Stevenson $8 million and a 50-50 split you just had with Regis only gave him $1.5 million? Make it make sense. Let that soak in, man. Please, somebody let me know if I'm giving you authentic boxing talk that makes sense. So when I hear Keith say that he ran from 135, is Keith valid on that? But let's continue on. The news by Shanewz.
That division, you still got a fighter, big names like a Ryan Garcia, something that might make a good fight at 140. But he was able to pack the house, but I think that just shows the desperation of the city of seeing a fight, baby. They don't get boxing like that.
Man,
and, boxing is hot.
Let's stop it right there. What's your thoughts on that? He said that just shows the desperation of a city, Oakland, San Francisco. They don't get fights like that. They needed fights. Another great gem Keith dropped, man. What do y'all think about that?
Jake Paul is packing arenas all around America, and that's not real boxing either, man. People are fight fans. People want to come out on a Saturday night and they want to do something with their time and their money and get a little bit of entertainment. And some people really like the fight life. So, I think it was great for the city of Oakland. I think there was a lot of positive things done, but it was nowhere near. I was done watching it after several rounds. I could have done anything. I was just playing with my daughter.
But obviously, a fight with you and him plays out differently. You have the IQ. You know how to cut the ring, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's in there with a no IQ fighter. Nothing, just completely different caliber. I know he invited me to the fight to watch, and I'm very glad I didn't fly out there and waste my time. But he's just not entertaining. I don't really think they need to be jumping up weight divisions. Maybe that's just something they want on the history book. Something that his daddy's telling him to do. I think there's a lot of work. I think there's a lot of easy money for him to clean up at 140. But yeah, my hands would get on that boy. I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop it there, man. I don't want to start that now. I'm gonna stop it right there. Thank you, Keith Thurman. You know what, man? Keith has always been one of my favorites, man. I have interviewed a lot of fighters, and I always said this. This man right here was always one of my favorites, man.
You can beat me, man. I'm a real one. I'm here. I'm waiting. I've been beaten in the amateurs. I've taken L's before. We haven't taken L's in years, bro. We perfected the game, And when we're in the ring, we're not just fighting and just beating people up. We're outclassing them. We're finessing them. You know what I mean? As my trainer said in Bed Genny, smart fighters win, dumb fighters lose. He never said strong fighters win, weak fighters lose, fast fighters win, slow fighters lose, smart fighters win, dumb fighters lose, okay? I fought a smarter fight against Danny Garcia, won that. I fought a smarter fight.
But he's good for the sport. He talks. He's a talker. Not only is he a talker, and I tell, like Jihad and Morley and all the younger guys, I think my time being in the field and interviewing fighters, I picked up on different fighters, and I always say, you got to have the gift of the gab a little bit. Keith Thurman definitely has that. And how I just closed out this. Matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to share the link. I'm going to share this link so you guys can check this whole interview out for yourself, right? This is from the courtesy of the Boxing Voice. Man, great stuff by them, right? Great stuff. Keith Thurman, like I said, knows how to talk, man. He said he will put hands all on that boy. I'm not going to, watch it for yourself. Great interview, though. Great interview. Great stuff by Keith, as always. Because remember, they was kind of acting like they wanted Keith next and all this. Like, come on, knock it off. Keith Thurman is a legit welterweight. Legit welterweight. But what was your overall thoughts on Keith and what Keith actually stated in regards to the fight and all of that? I think that was good stuff, man. That was good stuff, especially after all the content that we've been getting. Like everybody else, and I, like I said, I'm not gonna throw no names out there, but just all of the content, especially the guys that was out there covering it, it was weak. So when I heard Keith speak on these things, I kind of felt that. Like I didn't, none of the content that came from this week, from all the guys that was out there on the front lines covering it, really moved me. Like you had Bozy Ennis out there. Not a lot of content on Bozy. You know, a lot of guys didn't interview Bozy. I don't know why. He was there. You know, you didn't see too much Devin Haney exclusives, and it was just weak to me, bro. It was just weak. So to hear Keith Thurman say the fight was weak, this, that, and the third, I was like, man, I dig it, bro. I dig it. The news by Shanewz, man. I could dig it, man. I definitely could dig it, man. Smash my like button. Hopefully my likes is up. Don't listen. Don't be mad because we moving and grooving over here. Now, this is what everybody does. All you guys do this, right? You sit around and you opinion on boxing. You talk boxing. And that's what I'm giving to you now, That's what I'm giving to you. I just stepped the sauce up on you. I just stepped it up on you, man. But I got 9 minutes to go because, we're going to give you the hour. We're going to close out. I pretty much touched on my speaking points. If you have any questions for the sauce, feel free to type them. I think 2024 is going to be a big year for Jihad Tucker. I'm not going to disclose some things, right? You just got to wait to see it unfold. But I think it's going to be a big year for him, man. And I want to shout the team. I want to shout out the media, guys that have been down with us like WCS. I want to shout out the true Jihad Tucker supporters, guys like Toby and others that actually support. And I also want to shout out the naysayers and the haters and the guys that whisper about Jihad, because you guys, believe it or not, are just as much of a push as the supporters. Because, see, the naysayers, the non-believers, the ones that whisper in the cuts also are part of the upliftment. And that's what you see taking place, man. So just be on the lookout for 2024. Big things are going on. Definitely with Jamali Tucker. Shanewz boxing is expanding, but it's at 5% now. You see this picture that I posted right here? I think I got this on my IG. Look, I'll read it to you. I'll read the caption. I said, I was the hottest in the game up. Jackal Fitness days. Now I got the stats to prove it. Shanewz Boxing, media market management consultant. Top 5 beatdown. Because that was what that was. That was a top 5 beatdown. Jihad put on 12 fights in. 4-time. 4-peat. National champion, undefeated 3 straight years. That is Marley. Talking about boxing stats. No gimmicks, just results. Boxing, media, marketing, management, consultant services. But hey, what do I know? What do I know? That is my resume. That is my resume, right? Because, I'm going to close in about, another 8 to 10 minutes. But that is my resume, right? When I was kicked out, so to say, right? When Earl Spence and them tried to shame me and the rest of you guys on this internet tried to shame me, right? I never retreated. I just reloaded, right? I told you guys about Jihad Tucker. And nobody was listening because you guys were just so caught on, oh, that's the guy that lied and said he was Earl Spence's cousin, right? Meanwhile, I was putting things together, right? Jihad got signed. You guys knew it was the changing of the guard then, but you know what? You know how it is. A hater's going to be a hater, right? You didn't want to come to the terms like, damn, this dude, they tried to shit on him. He's even stronger now. But I told you, I said, you know what? I'm not done yet. I'm only getting started. Me and Marley was riding around Vegas. He was 10 years old. We was in the Mayweather gym, beating guys down. We went around Vegas. We was beating guys up. I was telling you, I said, yo, this is my favorite fight. We was at the MGM Grand. Right? He wasn't a national champion. And I was like, this is my favorite fighter. Right? You guys wasn't listening. Fast forward 4 national championships later. 3 consecutive undefeated national tournaments, national work later. The stats are the stats. The stats are the stats, right? Like I said, I am working with other fighters, but those were the main two that gave me the sauce, that gave me the shit that I come on here and I said, you know what? You can't fuck with me. You couldn't fuck with me as media. Now you can't fuck with me as an executive, a talent scout, a manager, a agent, whatever you want to put me in the box as. And the stats are showing it. Now I come on this YouTube, now I rent out spots. I'm coming in here talking my box because that's what I want to do now. I want to come on here and speak on me, my family, my team, the things that we got going on. And if it offends you, get the fuck out. Right now I have 8 people in here. I'm good with 0. You know why I'm good with 0? Because in real life, in real time, I'm doing more than 0. It's like I just told y'all. If you look at these trunks right here, right? For all you guys that always worried about my views, right? If you're worried about my views so much, right? You're worried about the views that I gain, right? Look at the views right there. You see that right there? Do you see that logo right there? That is the same logo that's behind this green screen right here, this virtual background. So when you talk about my views, I don't think there's a motherfucker on this YouTube other than my man on World Combat Sports logo has been on Jihad's trunks too, as seen on ESPN. When I say as seen on ESPN, that's what I'm talking about. So when you tell me I only got 10 people or this in my lives and all that, actually I have thousands upon thousands. It's you guys who have small visions that have those type of numbers. Thousands of people view the source. Thousands of people have viewed the source. So, like I said, if me talking boxing offends you, well, maybe look in the mirror and get you some business. Step your shit up. The same way you guys tell me to step my shit up, I think I done stepped it up, right? As far as a blogger, I damn sure know I stepped it up as far as media. I took the week off and I watched the content that came out from the Devin Haney shit. It was despicable, to say the least. That's why Keith Thurman said the fight sucked. That's why he said it sucks, man. What is what it is, man. And a lot of you guys never was down with the sauce. That's why the truth really hurts y'all. Because a lot of you guys been plotting and scheming, but instead of plotting and scheming, why don't you build and maneuver? But hey, what do I know? He said, if it offends you, then get the fuck out. Facts, man. Facts, man. I'm good coming here speaking on deaf ears, bro. I don't need nobody to do a live stream. All I need is my notes right here. Look, see these notes I ran through today? Can y'all see them? Look, that's it. Because I put out quality work, man. It's quality over quantity over here, man. Quality. And the quality has been speaking for itself for many years as far as media work. Now the photography, now blogging, man. I'm getting in my bag as a blogger. I'm liking this, right? Because I see I'm running laps around the bloggers, man. I could have very easily been at the crib right now. You could have heard Daffy barking. You could have heard me getting at my doors. Like I might still do a live later on tonight at the crib. But I think I like coming here, jamming out an hour, because when I come here and I jam out my hour, it makes guys look suspect, especially guys that are supposed to be big and successful, on this type of level. Like, why aren't you stepping your shit up? Run me my super chats. Yeah, run me my super chats, man. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the sauce. Please send the drops. I'm using all the drops. We use the drops, right? If you guys were paying attention, I've been doing more views than all you successful guys on here, right? How many views do you think this got right here? Did you see the patches on there? That was Jackal Fitness patch. That was another one of my trademarks, right? And World Combat Sports patch was on there too. That was the Lomachenko Lopez card in Vegas. How many views do you think that got? They added LeBron James on that one. How many views do you think that got, man? You know, you guys been talking about my views for years, man. But listen to the game plan we had.
See what it is. Powered up by that Jackal Seymour. Yeah. Definitely. Ooh, that's that Jackal Seymour right there. Just put in that work. How was that work, man?
Good, 8 rounds.
Yeah. With February what?
February 13th, tune in.
That's right.
ESPN Plus, tune in.
Yes, sir. This is the one right here. Jahad Tucker. Follow him on Instagram. Y'all seeing them all over. Major interviews. You know, we just getting started. 2021, big things coming.
21 takeover, 2022, all the rest of the years to come.
That's it. Thank you for your time, champ.
I think we kind of told y'all, right? 2021, 2022, all the rest of the years to come. You just witnessed it, man. Saturday night, man. That was the top 5 guy right there. That was the top 5 guy right here, man. We told y'all, man. But hey, what do I know? What do I know, man? What do I know? The news by Shanewz.
Oh my gosh, he's sweating. Down, Narina. Down, Narina. I'm taking a video. You want to be famous? Run down.
Hey guys, this is Tiana Tumo-Helora. I'm a top-ranked knockout, and I want to give a shout out to Sauce Talk Podcast.
Thank you. You know the vibes.